All right, so we're going to go in and get started. Uncle Mike, let's do our company motto, and we will get started.
Unmute, Uncle Mike, unmute.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Sharon, Sales Master Sharon Wilson. I'm so excited. I'm speaking in tongues, another language. That's probably making our guest speaker sweat bullets, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how we do the company motto. I will say, company motto, are you ready? You're ready to say yes.
No, I didn't go to the website.
I'll say go. We'll say cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility, aja, aja, aja. Okay? All right, everybody unmute. Sharon, make me co-host so I can keep the noise down.
All right.
Everybody unmute. All right, with that being said, I just have one question. Company motto, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go!
Cherish the spirit, the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility.
All right, y'all sound great. All right, we're going to turn it back over to Sales Master Sharon Wilson. Sharon in Mississippi, take it away.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So before we get started, we got to pay the bills, right? Oh my goodness, we got to pay the bills. Hold on 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome.
Dietary fiber is good for one's healthy intestines and bowel movements. Dietary fiber can be supplied by eating fruits or vegetables. Functional material made of well-mixed soluble and insoluble dietary fiber. Psyllium husk. Psyllium husk refers to the seed bark of the plantain that was grown under strong sunlight. Psyllium husk, which expands up to 40 times larger when it meets water, helps to facilitate bowel movements. With stick-type packaging, take it with water and enjoy it with supplementary materials such as prunes and berries. Make yourselves healthier by consuming Atomy's dietary fiber. Have a great day by having a smooth bowel movement. Atomy, botanical beverage mix psyllium husk with prune.
All right. All right. Well, at this time, why that commercial? I've gotten a lot of calls for psyllium husk, so it must be doing something good for people. So if you haven't tried it, definitely order it because it will help your digestive system. Ask me how I know. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our Sharon Rose Master, Sherry Lee, and she is going to introduce our speaker for tonight. Take it away, Sherry.
Thank you, Sharon. Hello, everyone. My name is Sherry Lee, Sharon Rose Master. Thank you, Sharon, to invite me to the introduction for this guest speaker for tonight. This one is Sharon Rose Master, Martin Hanh. I remember a few years ago, I've been invited, my sponsor invited me to do the one-day seminar product presentation, and then later do the business compensation plan on the one-day seminar. And recently I do the MC, and who I learned from, of course, learn from our guest speaker, Martin Hanh. And I watch all his videos. So if you haven't, all the new member here, if you haven't listened to his speech, go on the YouTube and search Atomy Martin Hanh, so you can learn how to very easy to talk about the company compensation plan and product. And of course, if you want to learn more, you can also write, like Sharon Rose Master Mom mentioned earlier, prepare your pen and paper, write down everything what he say he's gonna teach us for tonight. So, okay, so we're just gonna invite our guest speaker, Martin Hanh. Welcome.
Wow. I'm not even sure. Oh, wow. That guy sounds really cool. I'm not sure if I am that guy. Thank you very much. That was a great intro, and I'm glad to have gave some sort of help in your Atomy business or in your presentation or whatever it is. And Sharon, wow, I'm sure whoever has that account to watch those videos of me, I'm sure they had a lot of views from that, it sounds like. And I'm glad. Well, once again, if you guys don't know me, my name is Martin Hahn. I'm currently a Sharon Rose in Atomy. And I'm no different from you. I'm 33, almost 33 years old, and I'm also on my way to success. I have just learned just a quicker amount because I constantly dealt with Atomy like every single day years ago. And there are still many on here that are well succeeding as well too. I just want to give a quick background. I don't have a PowerPoint presentation, but it's gonna be face to face. I like to see people's faces when I speak, so that's okay. All right, please don't sleep on me, okay? Just a quick little background. The only reason why, yes, I'm actually going to do that like halfway through. The only reason why I actually got involved in Atomy, it wasn't even involved. It was because I was living at my mom's house and going to college at the time, back in 2012, I believe. And I have allergies. I have pollen allergies. I have, especially like right now too, I sneeze a little bit today. But pollen allergies to fruit allergies, apples, peaches, pears, kiwis, throat itches, nose itch, throat itch and ears would itch the inside area. I'm allergic to nuts like macadamia, walnuts, peanuts, same symptoms. And I do love butter pecan ice cream from Haagen-Dazs. So towards high school, I don't know why, but I just started to have a allergic reaction. And my mom forced me to take this. If you guys ever took this the first time, I congratulate you because it took me like a month. It tasted like a traditional Korean medicine that comes in the pack. It's before it's like, oh, it's the same as that. But then I realized it's completely different because that you couldn't like drink every day because there's so much, you can only drink so much from from herbs. So after about a few months, it was about the winter time. A few months later, I was outside in tennis at the tennis court, and pollen was everywhere. I noticed I was able to just breathe while my friends were actually while they were still inside with their medicine, and I realized it worked. I don't know. I just realized it worked for me, so I just kept drinking. Finished my college time, didn't care. My mom was talking to me about at a dinner table, like, "Hey, there's 300,000 points. You'll have commission plus minus $60." I didn't care. It was like $60. So I just still did my daily thing. And then there were toothbrushes in the room and then in my bathroom. And then there were foam cleansers and then the shampoo, the herbal conditioner, herbal body wash, like the daily things. And then my clothes started smelling different. They didn't have like that mildew smell from Tide and stuff. Or whatever, sometimes whatever we used before, it probably wasn't that. But things were just changing. And then once I graduated 2013, I went into as I'm graduating, my mom got so crazy. If you guys don't know my mom, she's a royal master in Atomy. Her name is Eunice Hahn, and she was very, very well known before we lived in Georgia. And she was very well known in cutting hair, styling it, perming it, you name it. And so once we moved here to North Carolina, some people actually drive 4 hours just to get their perm done, is what she told me sometimes. And I was like, that's insane. Like, you're pretty good then, right? And then, I never had like a haircut from someone else for 20 something years. And now, of course, the past like 8 years, I had to get someone else. Anyway, so she got so crazy with Atomy, and that's when I saw Miss Susan, Royal Master here, her husband, and some other people here that they were going crazy of Atomy, and I didn't really care for it. But the electricity power went out, not once, but even twice. Now I thought, crap, this is a network marketing company. It's a pyramid scheme. I'm cursing like, oh God, I thought we were doing okay. And then she's in network marketing. I kept hearing in college, oh, pyramid scheme, and how companies would take people's monies and stuff. So I'm like, shoot, what's happening right now? I even saw the electrician come to the house, the Union Power over here, and lock that sucker. So, oh my God. So my mom, I call her up and say, hey, did you not pay the power bill? Do we have money? Like, what's going on? She's like, shut up, go online. I'm in a seminar, pay the bill in my bank account. I'm like, okay, fine. I go into your account and I notice that money wasn't going out. It was coming in. So I just, okay, fine, whatever. I just paid the bills and then that was it. And then like things were just changing, and I was accepting more because I thought you were supposed to lose money in companies like in network marketing. And so, yeah, so not once but twice. So while after I finished college, I got a job somewhere. I wasn't really into a career path, you know. I'm not an entrepreneur. I just finished college just to breeze by. And so talking like this, I never took a class like this. This was something completely different that I was getting involved into. And my mom, she was like, "Hey, can you come to a center meeting, you know, to a meeting and like help out and talk about products or something like that?" I'm like, "What? You want me to present? You don't even know how I present. I don't even know how I present. Like what?" And I met there was someone on here before, and she was there. It was a small room. You got like 2 people, 3 people, and so after work, I would try and leave work early. I would get off work early, even though I get in work late too, and I would sweet talk to try and get off early, and I would fly over there by 5 o'clock or so, 5:30, every single week. I hated it, but I did it because my mom made me do it. And when I talked to people in the front, I was sweating my armpits. I'm sweating right now. I was sweating so much. Oh my God. The people are like, we're like face to face. We're right. They're really right in front of me. And I have this big TV behind me with Hemohim. And I write a paragraph about the Hemohim. Oh my God, that was some crazy times. I did that every single week. And just because, you know, it was English involved. And yes, my mom doesn't speak English well, but she's understandable. And she's a very big businesswoman. But, you know, I just helped her out. And then I had to help out with like seminars and do all these seminar things. And because I love the skincare, like people were complimenting me and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I use this. I was using the BB cream sometimes. And I use makeup. I'm like, yeah, I use some makeup. Like, this is called cover up, bro. You know? So I got used to this. I got used to talking about products. I got used to consolidating the information, you know, saying a pinpoints of the information from Hemohim or the vitamin C or toothbrushes, some things that are catchy. And then I was able to present, and this was all before COVID. I was able to present at over 400 people in Atlanta, in Atlanta, Georgia, in 2016 or 2015, I believe. Because 2015 is when I quit my job, and then for to help my mom. So yeah, my brother told me to quit my job. I was like, hey, might as well help my mom out too, right? So helping her out, and then, you know, turns around, I'm in front of 400 people. I'm like kind of shaking, but I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna start yelling at this. So if you ever see the video, it's like, I love Atomy. Like that was something that just came right there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna yell it. I'm sure people are here because they love products too. I loved it. It was great. While doing that though, myself, I understood that we had to literally get a consumer to purchase a product to get points. And so when I had quit my job there, my mother, she had bought me products. She was either going to give me money, a certain amount of money, so I can do what I can for a business or whatever I can with it, or she got me all these products, which were adding up to something called Sales Master. That's the first level. So she gave me like 10 boxes of Hemohim, like 8 boxes of Evening Care 4 set. She gave me inventory. So I had to not get rid of it, but flip it. I understood if someone buys this, if they buy it at the same price I buy it for plus tax, and when they sign up, I can buy that again into their account with their points. So they have points and I'll have points. And I kept doing that. And this was while I was getting involved into like seminars. So now we just started having seminars, right? For those of us who are a little bit recently new, Atomy used to always have seminars every single month. And for me, I travel in my mid-20s. I'm almost 33. In my mid-20s, I traveled for like 4 years, like every single month to like almost 5 to 6 different cities, sometimes even 7 to 8 cities by presenting like this because I got used to it. And so my life was like 20s, in the mid 20s, that life was kind of gone. Like even on Saturdays, my friends would call me up and say, "Hey, come over here for this. Hey, let's go to watch the game." I couldn't go to it, but I chose to do Atomy. Battery's about to die. Sorry, 1 second. To choose Atomy seminars, because that for me was priority. And especially for all the people that I've been presenting for, or I've been, doing the seminars for, I had responsibility. So I took charge of that, and I knew I kind of chose to have that responsibility. I'm not saying everyone here needs to do all that. What I'm trying to say was that's how I came upon in my experience of Atomy. While I'm doing these seminars, I had to try and meet people at the same time. So when I quit my job and my mom got me into the position of sales master, if you don't know, sales master is it's accumulating 2.5 million points on both sides within a certain period of time. And it took me like 6 months to actually do that. And I was just like ordering and trying to find new people to I would go into like nail salons with products, a bunch of products to bring in there and to try and talk to them about Atomy. I wasn't trying to sell the product for profit. I was trying to get their membership and introduce them. Yes, the same price as the membership price, so that they can get used to a different brand. And as I did that, I kind of I failed at that because I didn't follow up. That's one thing I failed on. I did hundreds of people, but I failed on following up. But I understood afterwards, because I did my thing. I thought I understood it, and I kept forgetting because I kept trying to find new people over and over. But what I forgot to do is make sure each and every person understood, each and every household of that member was using all of the products that they normally use. And I feel like it could have been faster. I could have done Sales Master faster, or something was faster if I understood. So nowadays, for you, I'm just kind of going into the present. For you guys here who are more into Atomy, or just getting into Atomy, you guys have it better because people have done different experiences, and they might share with you what they've experienced, what they failed with, and which I failed with a lot of things too, and what people have failed with. So you can hear all that, and you're like, you know what? I won't do that. Okay, I won't do that. So you're like more on the fast train to success, a lot faster than the ones who have been here, even though we've signed up years ago, or even though we started business years ago. Everyone who starts nowadays is number one. Once you sign up in Atomy, you're number one. You're in your business. It's your binary left and right business. And what we have to realize is we have it so much better nowadays, because before they didn't have so much going on. Even whenever my mom started, or Miss Sung here, I see Roy Master here started too, they only had a couple of products. They only had a handful of things. We have over 120, almost 130 products here now. We have so many things to introduce one household. I feel bad trying to bring a whole truckload of the inventory into their home, say, this is what you need, this is what you need. No, not that one. You need this one. We have to make sure they use all of Atomy's products. Okay. Now back. So while yes, I gained tourist mastership as well too, but I just want to let you know I had to move to Dubai for a couple of years, and I first moved there for a certain reason, and then I stayed there for longer. But even though I was in Dubai, a different country, my points were still accumulating because I was luckily able to create consumers who were able to create other consumers, and I was still able to do Sales Master, which you get a bonus every time you do that. And I felt so thankful doing that, but I went up and down on emotions here and there, but like I just, it was completely thankful of getting to, I understood like, holy cow, what if this was like, like 50,000 a month? What if it was like 30,000 a month, and I was living somewhere else in a different country? That's insane. Like, you buy one item a year and you're able to accumulate that much commission, or let's just say cash back, for those of us who are used to stores and we don't get cash back from all the stores. We don't get any of that. We should be mad. We should be mad at that one store that you were loyal to. Think of that one brand. There's one store you kept going to. How pissed off would you be about you get no money back? You're the only one looking for detail sales over and over again at their store, or cutting up coupons if you're a coupon person. You get no money back. unless you're a coupon person. I've seen some insane things for couponers, but that's just insane amount of time. You can't keep doing that for the rest of your life. There's no way. What I understood was in this Atomy business, we don't have a store, right? We all know it. We all recently heard something from an imperial master, or what we recently heard was we don't have a store. We are a non-store business. We are all utilizing, we are all taking advantage of Atomy by using our business right here, right? Our mouth. If we open this mouth, we've heard your business was open. If you don't talk to anyone, it's closed. It's quick. It really, it's so insane. Like I recently just heard again, yes, if we did invest into a business, if you went into investing into a restaurant or a company, or like, I don't know, whatever, food truck or business, you would do whatever you can to attract those customers to your business. I kept hearing this, especially from the recently imperial master. And yeah, we definitely need to do that. We have so much opportunity all around us. And what's happening nowadays is that jobs are going away. Maybe it's not your position, but there are hundreds of jobs. If you look up online right now, 2023 of stores disappearing, from Gap, from Foot Locker to Macy's, JCPenney, okay. But there's even Bed Bath Body Works. Last week they had like a 75% off sale going on. I'm darn it, I missed that, which has some cool stuff in there. They have Bath and Body Works. There's like all these stores, even Walmart, even Amazon. They have like a nutritional store you can walk into, or some like fresh salad store or something you walk into. Those stores are closing down. Stores are closing down for a reason, and some of them are because people are stealing. In other words, another thing is that people just aren't going there anymore. They're comparing to online. And so thankfully, our store has started online, Atomy. This company here, it's going to go in more insane than it is. If you just started now in Atomy, let's just say within the past year, you guys are luckier than what people had a long time ago, really. From 2 products to maybe 20 products, but we have over 120 to 130. We have so many different videos. The video we just saw, Psyllium Husk, that video wasn't there 4 years ago. That type quality of video wasn't there 4 years ago. We have such more opportunity now with the technology, we have so much ammo to never mind, that sounds bad. We have so much information, so much technology behind Atomy that we can share it out there. And the app wasn't even there as well too. There's so much more going on now that we need to get into Atomy. You know, I've heard before that there was a rabbit, and the rabbit it actually digs a few holes, and the rabbit, he digs the first hole, and that's the current position he is in. That's like his safe zone. It's like, all right, I'm going back to my hole and I'm being safe there. But his plan, if that hole is like, you know, crushed down, flooded through, if something happens to that hole, he's got a plan B for that, and we would call it like a savings, or we would have something that we would until we need to survive again. We have that second hole to run into. That third hole, the rabbit needs to make something for that third hole. He needs to make sure that third hole is ready to go, or at least planning for its future, retirement insurance, whole life insurance, whatever it is, residual income or a passive income, whatever you want to call it. We have a third hole. That rabbit has a third hole. And if we think about that third hole, we need a plan B off of that plan B. Plan C. We need that one. There's plenty other ways out there. You got real estate, you got stock, you got some cryptocurrencies nowadays, you got some, what do you have? There's some buy and sell for cars, houses. We have lots of different opportunities. But if you got money to do it, sure, that's up to you. That's your thing. You know, that's whatever you can. But it's always a risk to it. There's always a risk to it. But if you look up an Atomy, and there is no risk whatsoever. Everything you do, every time you talk about Atomy is completely risk-free, and it's a positive, because one, you're gaining your self-confidence to talk to people if you're not used to that. Two, you're actually in a company that's going more than 100 years. They're making sure this company will not break down, this company will not go bankrupt, because the company is not in debt. And three, we have to make sure, is it gonna be that sustainable for us to keep earning income every single month? that third hole, we got to make sure we that's strong, because if we are having our savings, if we go from those 3 holes, let's just say the first hole is our 30-year mark to the 40-year mark, and then we go by, or even 60 years or so, because it's after 60 years, we got to work into our savings. If you're going to do Social Security, go for it. If you're going to do some insurance, okay. But what if that runs out? What happens to that? You got to make sure you have a backup plan, because we are nowadays going to live to like 100 years. The kids nowadays in Generation Z, they will live to 120, apparently. Statistics are going at it, because we're always seeing nutritional videos and working out videos, all these things nowadays. People are going to live longer than the past generations. It's extending. So what are we going to do, and what are they going to do? For the ones who are getting into their retirement, what you are creating now is a complete empire. Is an empire for your life, as well as 2 more generations, your kids' generation and your kids' kids' generation. If you don't have kids, great. You can donate your account to a foundation or a society or Martin Hahn if you really want to. That's all totally up to you. I'm cool with that as well. But if you really want to make sure, you got to make sure if we are ready. And for those of us within our 30s to 60s or so, or like, mid-range, we are preparing for our retirement as well as our 2 more generation retirement. We have something in our hands that's for free. Before I said if you had invested all that money, $500,000 to a business, we got to make sure your business is going to stay afloat past 3 years, 5-year mark tops. And after that, you're going to sell it, or what's going to happen after that? There's not constant income. We have to make sure we are prepared, but we join this for free. Mr. Han Gil Park has created the most beautiful, the most easy, the most righteous, as we always hear, the most perfect plan. If you have been in network marketing before and you have your experiences and you don't like binary, this is how it is now in Atomy. The compensation plan has not changed. We still have our unlimited levels, the unlimited connections, unlimited customers, if you want to call it, the unlimited savings of points. Everything has been set. It has been set from 2009. What has changed was the company just grew. It took off. Within 10 years, hitting $1 billion. Within just last year, 2022, they hit over $2 billion. Our CEO's new goal, his new goal for the company is $100 billion. That's insane. The company Atomy was not created to compete against network marketing companies. They will always be companies who will try and copy Atomy as well. And there was a recent company there was a company that just recently shut down, even though they try to copy it. And it was from Korea. And they even had a product called like Active Hemo. You can copy Atomy all you want. You cannot copy this bulletproof business, this risk-free business. That company, I had a friend who their parents, they're making quite a good money at like almost 6 figures in the year, but they just shut down. They were thinking about suing the company. That's insane. We have to make sure, if you're thinking about this business, if you're in this business, we are lucky. We are lucky there's no debt in this company. There's extremely low expense for the company because technology, the research and development, all that is already there. Other companies, they have to take out huge loans or they have to invest so much to pay off that type of technology and research and development, constantly doing that. But we have something called Colmar Korea. They are already doing research and development as well for cosmetics and other things. And we have the Colmar Beauty and Health, Colmar B&H, and they also are doing more international research and development and producing the products. So globally globally checking products like the avocado oil from Mexico, the US probiotics from the US. Not all Atomy products are all within Korea because it's a global distribution. They globally source and they globally sell the products. Now they globally source and globally sell the absolute quality and absolute price. We have to make sure if our future is there. And I'm always confident to always talk about Atomy at all times whatsoever, because if we are not confident on what you talk about, no one's going to trust you. No one's going to trust you into Atomy, and we're not here to sell products. We're here to do a few things. One, we're here to sell ourselves because they have to trust us in order to understand or in order to listen, in order to try the products from Atomy. So I'm so happy that I really got used to the skincare, used to using all that as much as I can very wisely, because you don't just use it. You got to make sure you're doing it right, even though you do it a short period of time, so that your face can show these products are actually doing what it's doing for its price, even though it should cost quadruple the amount. And we are just saving a good bit because of the quality inside of it. But two, we're selling a dream. We're here to sell a dream. And one thing is what I keep losing on is my dream and my vision. We have to keep on reminding ourselves, what the heck do we want to do when we earn $30,000 a month? What do you want to do when we earn $10,000 a month? What portion of that do you want to give back? What, we try and do some low taxes, but as long as we make sure we pay a good amount of taxes, hey, we're good to go. Or we can go around, do what we can. Either way, what are we going to do with that? We have to make sure we understand ourselves. We have our own dream before you start doing a business, because then you are just chasing that light at the tunnel. You just keep on chasing it. But when you actually gaining towards a tunnel is if that tunnel has a direction, if we are going the right direction for the light, but most likely of that goal, of that dream. If we don't have that, we probably won't succeed until a long time later in Atomy. That's one thing that people are always forgetting, especially that life scenario. If you haven't heard of a life scenario booklet or life scenario in general, ask your sponsor, what the heck is a life scenario? I need to get that thing. I need to write my stuff down, and make sure it's in detail, because you don't just want a big house. You don't just want a car, a big car. You don't just want a red one. Like what type? How many bedrooms, or you want wooden floors? You got to be extremely detailed, because our CEO even had a video where he went to go car shop and he loved how the door closed in his Mercedes, the dunk sound or the tink sound. Like he did those little sounds, and he understood, like, okay, I wanted this one. This is the tink sound I want. And that's something like that is what makes you go crazy. Or like you have to really vividly dream it. And if you don't, then it's gonna take longer. But it'll be easier. It'll be so much easier when we actually vividly dream. It will be easier. And I'm on my way there as well too. Like, we are vividly dreaming it. Because if you think of something and if you think of that sour candy you've had a long time ago, a certain brand you had, Lemonhead or whatever it is, and then your mouth starts, salivating a little bit, or if you think of something and you're like, oh, I remember that taste, like that's the kind of feel what we need to feel, or smell, what kind of car we need to smell, what leathery car you want to smell. You want to smell that leathery red sport car one, or just the cloth one, what do you want to smell? If we go through that, it will be so much easier. One more thing on the losing job part though. If you actually looked up on Google recently, Tesla last year actually laid off more than 500 employees as a round. They're doing different rounds, and at that one round they let go of 500. Before that, 2 employees, because they just got laid off without notification. 2 former employees were actually suing the company, claiming that it violated laws by failing to provide advance notice on mass layoffs to employees who will be affected by the cuts. From even in Microsoft, that's probably, you thought if you get a job at Microsoft, you're set, right? Well, actually, the CEO announced the first layoffs in January 2023. This was just a few months ago. Last year as well too, they had another 200 layoff as well. Like they're firing over 500 employees at that time. Jobs, even though there's a good job with good experience and many years of studies and whatnot, like it can disappear. We have no idea. We don't really know. I mean, if you're in your job, if you like your job, go for it. If you love your job, go for it. Okay, just be prepared, just in case. We have to have that plan B. The plan B of plan B. So that plan C, we gotta make sure we have that one, especially something that's gonna last a longer time than however many years we have worked in our life. Whether it's been 40 years in our life, this company can last you 300 years in your life. Yes, if you look in the app, I believe it still has the 100. There might be like a little arrow at the second zero, but that's making sure when that app opened up a few years ago, they made sure the company is going 100 years. But now, even just a few years later, their new goal is hundreds of years after that, and $100 billion. They're going against Amazon. If you ever heard this from someone, maybe our sponsor, Jason Shim, yeah, we're all saying it. The company is going against Amazon. Like they are going against those big dogs, not the network marketing companies. Like they already set in stone. It's there. You know, you feel the fire inside, and you just want to yell it. You just want to yell it. But what I recommend for those who are getting involved, who are still involved, we always need to create something in your business, which are those sales masters. Nowadays, we have the semi-sales masters. I didn't even know what that was before until we got it, of course. The semi-sales masters is a lot even easier, not easier, but even easier to get to than the sales master for a bonus. Like that's how they just added that, and we don't know when it's going to go away, but they just added that because our CEO was that nice. He's like hearing that people are almost getting the sales master, so they just did like a half the bonus and go for like 1.5 million on both sides within the certain period of time, and you get a bonus on that. They didn't have that for like 16 years. They did maybe even 18, 20 years. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of 2018, 2020. They didn't have that for like 10 years. You know, the past only I think last year, within only less than 2 years, they had this.
Are they just starting it?
We are actually almost in the middle of it, actually. We just started not too long ago. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. I've experienced before COVID and during COVID and after COVID, but I was away during COVID, but everyone was still away from seminars either way, right? It's such more easier for you guys. It really, really is. You didn't, for me, I had to attend hundreds of seminars. I attended hundreds of seminars and I started to love it. Yes. I started to love it here and there. And then, going to a new country, a different country, and then saying some people coming up to me and asking me for a picture, and they were like 4 masterships above me. I'm like, why do they want a picture of me? Because apparently the video had helped out people in the Philippines. And I'm like, what's happening here? That's crazy. How did this video, I just started, I don't know. But I'm just glad that if you're getting involved in Atomy, if you're talking about it, keep talking about it. Because if you don't think about the business, that's amazing, but eventually you will think about the business. As long as you love the products, even though you won't do the business, you will succeed in Atomy. As long as you are loving the face wash, as long as you are loving the toothbrush and toothpaste, as long as you are loving the products that Atomy provides us, because they're making sure the quality is there. And if it's not there, the company just knocks it out, discontinues it. They make sure it's always good of a product for consumer. If you like these products, even though you're not thinking about getting some cash back from the company of Atomy, then you will be a fantastic partner of Atomy. You really will. And for those of us who are just realizing it, but when the company makes sure that we have the best products, they're making sure we have the best quality products, the absolute quality products at the lowest competitive price for that quality. And it's insane of what the company can do. We have a $1.2 million business in your hands, and we join it for free. If you just signed up, congratulations, you are a $1.2 million business, a potential $1.2 million business owner. And that's everyone, because everyone is actually able to make that amount. It doesn't matter how long you started and how long ago you signed up, because anyone can be a higher masterships than you. And I'm going through that right now. I have masterships way higher than me, even though I have signed up during that time. Just because I signed up before, it does not mean anything. If you sign up now, if you sign up just a month ago, you signed up a year ago, you can blast off in Atomy. You just got to keep on learning what the world and how to get involved or talking about products or whatever it is so you can grow your business. If you've never had a business, if you never really got into your career, or like me, you know, or for those of us who are just, you know, who are not good at sales, who feel afraid to talk to people, you are a good asset. You will the company will make sure that you'll be successful because the tools are all right there. It's all about your potential. It's all about pushing yourself to learn a little bit and to try. And what I've heard from lots of people who are successful is getting out of our comfort zone. We have to get out of our comfort zone in order to do something that will benefit us. We have to do something that's uncomfortable in order for us to get to the next step of our success. Whether it's to get up early in the morning, whether it's to exercise a little bit, whether it's to talk to someone about Atomy, whatever it is, we must do that because we must do it in order to reach some sort of success. And there's always something that we have to do in order for us to make money. Either you invest in money out there into real estate and wait for it to go up and then sell it again, or whatever you're going to do. That's a huge risk. But in this risk-free, bulletproof business of Atomy, you will have no disappointment on this company that you have been involved in, and you will have no disappointment on the people you are around. You will have no disappointment on any of that because we are all about the happiness. As soon as you're coming in, we're all have a smile on our face, saying what's going on. You know, that's what I learned about Atomy too. Yeah, there's money involved, and the products are making us more beautiful, more handsome. That's fantastic too, right? And there's, you know, we can do a lot more things, but the main thing is that this love of people, this love of like talking to each other, or just the energy within here. This is what a lot of things I've heard, and I asked people what got you involved in Atomy or what was so different, and a lot of people have said because of how welcoming it was, because of how good it was, you know, of the people itself, and as well as the CEO, Mr. Hanh Park. I am just very thankful for myself to be within Atomy and to actually be talking to you guys here today. I hope that maybe there could have been any questions questions that you have, but I hope that you have at least learned a little bit or motivated you to get involved more into Atomy, to push ourselves, because the longer every day we spend on our time, we are losing a chance to get into the pool of the $1.2 million pool. And that every single day we do it, it's like months. And every month we delay it, it's like years. And every years we delay it, it's a whole generation. I mean, it's the potential is right there in our hands. It's only our push. It's our choice. It's our choice in order to do that or to not do it. But I'm glad to present for you guys. I hope this wasn't too long. I hope if it was okay. I just hope that hope that I made you, like, knocked you on the head, persuaded you, brainwashed you, something like that, to really love Atomy products, love the skincare. This is not I do love skincare, really do love. I'm proud, super proud. But thank you very much for listening, everyone. My name is Martin Hanh, and I have completed my presentation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you have put fire under us. So let's celebrate Sharon Rose, Master Martin Hanh, for that amazing presentation. And so I'm sure there are questions. So just go ahead and cue your questions up. I'm going to start off because I definitely, I'm excited about this, Martin. You have just made my day. I just want you to know that. I know you have had the opportunity to spend some time with our CEO.
On my boot bone.
If you can
Can you repeat that one more time?
I know you have spent some time with our CEO. So from your point of view, could you just kind of give us an idea of what he's like and who he is?
Sure. That's a great question. I was thankful to have spent some time. First, yes, it was my mom to do that, and I was lucky to be the son of my mom, of course, to meet him. But when you meet him, when he's next to you, the presence of him, like he's actually a lot bigger, like stockier, like than you we would see on YouTube videos. The gentleman is calm. He you just feel this wise presence, and he only speaks when you ask him a certain type of question that's actually a good question. If it's just like something that you should like ask your sponsor, it's like it's just kind of like he'll just respond like that. But I did get a chance to do a couple of things with him. I did when I was in Korea, I stayed a little bit longer, and I got to see like the Dreamy School, which is like the school like a private school that they go to where you don't have homework or tests. You just kind of do what you want to do for your life. That the CEO created that. And when I was there, he came with his driver, his Maybach Mercedes, and then he the next day he's like, let's have lunch. We got lunch in his blue Rolls Royce, the cream soda, orange leather. I sat in the back. His wife was next to me. We took a selfie. I was, and he was just driving to go eat some Korean food. We came back, and he's like, hey, let's go swimming, because in the headquarters, Atomy headquarters, there's a pool inside there. There's a slide and everything, and like you can see all the stuff. It was #1. Atomy headquarters was #1 best workplace in 2022. Pretty awesome. No one would swim. Like even the couple, yeah, people know. I was like, I'll swim. Yeah, I brought my swim trunks. I heard there's a pool here. I had a little bag and everything. So there's so there's like a shower place inside, like a bathroom. We go and shower, and like when we go into this pool, the pool, as we're like kind of swimming, and I know how to swim, so he's like, oh, we were kind of like not really competing, but kind of going across, and he can swim very well. This guy is jacked, like wow. Like he just, if you guys know what butterfly is, butterfly in the swim position, like you gotta push up and go down like this. Anyway, his back muscles, man, I'm proud of this guy. He is a guy who he's a gentleman who always wants to seize an opportunity. He already created a successful company that's always gonna stay successful and will grow bigger. But he asked me about the Dreamy School students and coming to America, and then he talked about how about having the Dreamy Foundation, the revival meetings. He wants to even do that in America. Like he wants to expand more. So he's not about like talking about product or company anymore, talking about the business. He's not that about anymore. He's not about that anymore. He's about expanding into the more religious side, because he really truly, that's why my mom really loved him, because he was a true like believer in Jesus Christ. So he even though like money's not there, he was always talking about, yeah, I have a good amount of money, but this is going to stay here when I pass away. So it's like, that's why he's donating. This guy, he's donating 2% of global sales, donating that to foundations. Eventually he'll have it here. Yes, ma'am, I see you. I'll stop in a second. He's eventually gonna do that in America too. This gentleman is a true, like, I'm so glad he is the captain of our ship. And I don't know what's going to happen, 50 or 100 years later, because there's only one and only. And a lot of beautiful companies, I think, that are being built, there's only one and only. We have lots of those companies out there that we normally know. They're very well known, very successful. There's always that one. It's always depending on who the next person will be. It's like our presidents, right? It's like good and bad. And anyway, sorry, yes, I'll stop there.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, Miss Lori, you had a question?
Go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, hey, thank you. Thank you. I love your swimming story, and thank you for brainwashing us into loving the product. That was a really good presentation. You were talking about like us being really our only limits, and I was wondering, have you ever hit any roadblocks, and if we have to pivot, do you have any good advice, like maybe some new streams or avenues that we could like find some new customer segments, like find some new avenues for like revenue, or like finding new people to sign up?
That's everyone's question. That's gonna be, Like you have to go through your you have to go through your way because I am not you. You will say something way better than I do on some things, on many things actually. You definitely will. And you have your own way of doing it. But before COVID is whenever people have gone, and myself and other, I'm sure many people here in the chat have gone to places like nail salons and beauty salons or dry cleaners. What I definitely try to do it. And we have to you have to go back a couple of times in order for them to be like, okay, let me try something. But the only way is if you have not done it yet, you gotta just try and do it. If you have not gotten there, got to someone and showed someone a product yet, we have to do that. We can do all we want, but someone eventually down the road will be just like you and ask you something. And if you have not done that, it's going to be different. There are successful people in Atomy who are like Star Masters, Royal Masters and above, who probably haven't even done any of that. Everyone has their own specific thing. You will have something that you're very good at, and someone else will have something that they're very good at. But when you try and actually talk to someone, you will have, that's just, you have to find your own way. And that's in anyone. Even if you look up top, on TED Talks or who are successful, they will always say that you have to do something yourself in order to do it, because that's the only way you will find, okay, even though I will say, okay, fine, okay, hold on. I brought in a ton of products in like that time was Sam's Club. So it's a Sam's Club bag. But I wish nowadays, if I was able to go into a store, I wish I put that into a beautiful suitcase. Like, that this is going to cost $1,000 for me walking in. You got to walk in like you're confident. And you tell them this peeling gel is only $10 if you sign up. They were like, what the? There's no way. Like, we have to, if you show it like it's just some sort of low priced one, then they won't do it. Then they won't be like that. They're not going to accept it. But if you do show them that this product should cost hundreds of dollars, but it's only like $10, like, and because you're showing them the quality, like I got the peeling gel, I got their hand, I put it on there, and like, hey, do you have a few minutes? Can I put this, and can I try this exfoliator from Korea on you? Guarantee there's not really there's not gonna be like a rash or whatnot, but it's like, fine, why not? Because they're sitting there in a salon or nail salon, you put it on, you apply it, wait a few minutes. So I talk to them, create a rapport, how everything's going. And as it's becoming more watery, that's when it's almost ready to start massaging it. And as you're massaging, you're talking to them and stuff. They'll talk about the product. That's when you can talk about the products, because if you talk about the product at the beginning, you're gonna have to talk about why you're doing it. You have to kind of like time it out there. If you start to do that, you'll realize what and when to say something, and you're not going to talk to someone who doesn't look like they're not going to use some beauty products, But if you do have a no, because I was just shoot off a couple of times before, actually many times, shoot off before too, and you just gotta be like, all right, no problem. They're missing out. Don't get mad, but you can be like, you didn't want to try this one out. You have to do like that, but more just try the next person. Because for me, when I signed up 100, like 50 people or so, like only like one person, 2 people bought something, but I signed them up, and then once you get more used to it, eventually someone will actually be interested in omega-3. If someone's limping, I thought about, wow, maybe that person might want some fish oil, and I actually got them to buy some fish oil, the vitamin E omega-3, the Alaska fish oil that we have. I got them to buy that, and the Hemohim. So I just kind of put one more in there, and then the guy right there in the parking lot. And then I forgot to follow up because I did seminar and then I did other things. So everyone has their own. You have so much more opportunity now. I hope that helped out. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. P, go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
If I mumble a little bit, please let me know. Okay. I kind of tend to speak faster than I'm thinking right now, and so please let me know.
Yeah. Hey, Martin, it's Pete, man. I was with you and Jason down in Arlington, man. I want to say thank you. And you are a firecracker and great presentation, man. Thank you so much. Listen, so on the follow-up that you were doing, what would you say that you were more comfortable with when you first started? Did you just do 1 product, 2 products, or 3?
Well, so back when, okay, so then when I brought those bags, the big bag of products in there, I mostly had the skincare, some skincare to use, and like toothbrush and toothpaste to show. And I wouldn't show all of that, of course. So good question there, sir. And wait, sorry, back up. I'm glad to have met you a long time ago, Arlington. Yes, it was very good meeting you too, sir. Okay, backtracking. I had brought in that peeling gel because they want to see something. You can talk about it all you want, but they want to see something. They want to feel it. And if you bring in the peeling gel, fantastic to do that because no man really brings in some skincare. And if you're a gentleman and you're talking about some skincare, you know, use it first, use it very wisely, teach yourself, teach your face, teach your hands, you know, do softly, gently, because if you do it softly and gently to them and quickly, they're gonna be like, this guy knows what he's doing, you know, if you work on that, because they're like, oh wow, you're actually really soft at this. Or like eventually like I would do like a facial too. Anyway, you do not, you would want to kind of look at the person if you do want just to introduce one or two things, because that person might, you know, is limping. You're not going to talk to him about some skincare. You know, that omega-3 or the Hemohim, or maybe he's in his 40s and 50s and needs some saw palmetto. You know, we have to literally kind of look at what it kind of predict in a way. Maybe that person will be interested in this. Or the safest bet, toothbrush, toothpaste. Here you go. You want to brush your teeth? Try this out. Brush your teeth right now. I have a water bottle. Taste it out if you want to do this way. They have, some people have done it here and there, but everyone can be different. Everyone can be different because I don't have the gum sores and whatnot, and I can't tell my personal experience on that, or the gingivitis experience on that. But I recommend to not show people, especially here in America, a bunch of products at one time. In like a house meeting, sure, a bunch of, you know, you have a setup and you can just go slowly one by one, you know, but minimal, because whenever you follow up, because you're going to call them a few days later if they get the product, you know, you're going to call them up and say, you know, have you been having any problems with that product? And then they're like, no, not really. You know, I do like the taste of it, or I'm actually used to this and this. So you just talk to them, converse with them, and then introduce one more product. Every time you follow up with someone, introduce one more product, because with that one more, they probably didn't even look at the website or the mobile app. They don't know about it. They thought it was only a toothpaste company, but now it's laundry detergent. There's even dish detergent. There's something called Hemohim. You know, there's lots of different things that we can introduce one by one.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that. Anyone else before we close out?
I have a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Joe.
Is bitter lemon available yet in America, or is it in South Korea?
What product, sir?
I said, is bitter lemon available yet?
Bitter lemon.
Bitter lemon?
Maybe bitter melon? Oh, melon. Yeah. I don't think so yet, sir.
Not in America. But Joe, if you want some, I got a connection. So we'll
That sounds so funny. Yeah. He's got a connection. He's got that good stuff.
Well, I do want some when it becomes available.
May I ask how it benefits you, sir?
I'm sorry?
May I ask how it benefits you, sir?
I'm not sure. I just know it's a great product and that everybody is ranting and raving about it and waiting for it.
Bitter melon.
Bitter melon.
Yeah, bitter melon.
Bitter melon.
They have a bitter melon?
Yeah, it's in.
That's crazy. Atomy, Korea?
It's in Thailand. I think Thailand. Is it Thailand?
Taiwan. It's in Taiwan.
It's in Taiwan.
Taiwan. Is that? Oh wow! I know who you get it from. I know who your connect is now.
I heard that we were going to have.
Where is she at? Oh, hold on. Is she? Yes, sir. I'm not exactly too sure when it will come here, but I'm glad that you have been persuaded into trying out the products.
Thank you.
And I hope I hope once you do try out some Atomy products here in America, which can be faster, or whatever it is. I hope that it benefits you a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, Mon, you have your hand up. Go ahead and unmute.
All right, good evening, everybody. Sharon's Master Mon here. Martin Hahn, Sharon's Master. Wow. You know, when we started with Atomy 7-8 years ago, we watch you grow. We watch you do presentation. We follow you. We things the way you show us, you know, presentation wise. I mean, right now with this presentation that you just did, wow.
Wow.
You got, I mean, I know all of us will grow, but just from hearing you today, it's like you have become one of those leaders where, you know, we're going to get this video out and people are going to follow you, believe it or not. People are going to follow you, people are going to listen, because we know that growing this business from the beginning, following you, following Royal Master Eunice Han, your mom, you know, our Royal Master Su Sang. I mean, it's just seeing you going from city to city. I know I cannot follow you as much as I wanted to follow you. You were going to Atlanta, Fayetteville, down to Florida, you know, all over North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this young man right here, future Imperial Master. So if you want to grow your business, follow Generous Master Martin Hahn. He'll take you there with him. All right. Thank you, Martin. Really appreciate you being here tonight.
Fun. Oh, thank you, sir.
Y'all do me a favor and unmute yourself and let's celebrate Sharon Rose Master Martin Hahn. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
Way to go, way to go.
Listen, I got goosebumps, guys. So
I just did too, because you just announced to clap for me, and like, and Mom was saying all that.
yeah, we appreciate
Jeez.
it so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a marvelous evening. Thank you for joining us. Once again, thank you for Sharon Rose Master, Sherry Lee, for pulling Martin Hahn's in. I want to put an S on that. But anyway, we thank you. Thank you all so much. And listen, y'all have a great day. Are there any announcements? Well, I guess we do have a couple of announcements. Let me see.
Can I make one after you do as well?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sharon Rose Master Mon, he actually mentioned before this all began that there's going to be something big going on in Las Vegas. Actually, it's going to be in a, I believe it's going to turn into a one-day event. Is the first Saturday, the weekend in Las Vegas of September. Because right now, Atomy America, they created a young leaders club from under 45 and under as a Sharon Rose Master being in this club. And we are helping actually to create the program for the Las Vegas, or like the trips going on for making Atomy Success Academies, you know, even more fun, you know, even more fun than it is. Because people nowadays, they see what's happening with Atomy as well too, and Success Academies, fantastic. But that Las Vegas, it's going to be like a Atomy show, success show, or something. I'm not sure what they're going to call it, what we're going to call it yet, but we're definitely making sure it's going to be extremely great for everyone to get there. So I hope that you will constantly talk about it, so eventually it will just spread over and over again, because we're going to make sure that place is going to be filled with people and newcomers, or so anyone would actually be able to join, because it's to enter that, to get over there, I mean, and to watch that. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's like the biggest. They're gonna do that once a year. Yeah, this year, and then next year there will be an Imperial Master at that Las Vegas Success Show. First Imperial Master in America next year, which is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be insane.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you for that. One other thing, we just want to announce that we have a Happy Mother's Day promotion. So the Reset Balm and the oil serum, and also the red ginseng jelly sticks. So there's a special on that. And also we have a Success Academy coming up in New Jersey. So if you're in the New Jersey area, please attend. And in Los Angeles, California, May 20th, if you're in that area, you want to make sure that you attend these Success Academies. All right, so that's it, and we're going to let you go.
One more, please, Sharon. I got
okay,
one,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
To
One
share.
more?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Somebody shared that pictures of Jason Shim is coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, a Crown Master. So it's this Saturday, May 6th. So if you're in the Charlotte area, if you're at least 2-3 hours drive away, you need to be there, because from the beginning, you know, Martin and I did follow Jason from the beginning, where, you know, I always tell as inspiration, his English was not even good, but he showed us the vision of Atomy, and see where he is now, Crown Master.
Wow.
Okay. So
I met him when he was a dive master, by the way.
yes, we did. So he will pack the house. So like I said, if your team, if you are at least 2 hours, 3 hours drive away, you need to be there. And it's gonna be an amazing MC to also. Have a great day, everybody.
Awesome.
On the May 8th, Atlanta, he will be in the Atlanta on May 8th. So these two areas, mark out calendar.
Okay, so he's going to be next. Oh, okay. I'm not far from Atlanta. Okay, great. Thank you all for making those announcements. So let's keep them in mind. And hopefully we'll see you all very shortly. All right, we're going to close out if there's nothing else. All hearts and minds are clear. All right, great. Okay, Uncle Mike.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, we want to say thank you to Sharon Roadmaster Martin Hanh. Outstanding job. It's always good to see you. And we just hope that you felt our energy, because we certainly felt yours.
Yes.
And with that being said, I just have one question. Company motto, are you ready?
Yes.
Go!
Cherish the spirit and the vision of the faith, humility.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Great week.
Thank
and
you.
work your business.
Yeah.
Y'all have
Thank
a
you
good
guys for this
evening.
opportunity. Good
Great
night,
job,
everyone.
man. Take care.
Thank you.
So good, thank you.
Thanks again, Martin. All right.
Thanks, Martin.
Mhm.